against Owen Beck, and the game is underway. Defensive pair, Chris Jandrick and Ryan Johnson to start it off here for the Sabres. Roseanne's pass up through the middle of the ice, just over the stick of Kulich, and the Canadians will get it back quickly up ice, and Heineman working off the far board, sends it into the corner, past Beck. That allows Johnson to get a stick on it, and quickly he plays it up the boards right side. Now the pass to center. Kulich with a 2-on-1 on the far side. He whips a shot.
Johnson, keep an eye on him as he plays on his offside, the right side here in this tournament.
Canadians, as both teams have made line changes, make a push in tight, and Ratzlaff trying to find that puck through a crowd. Didn't know, able to keep it in the zone for now. Devin will drop it back to the line. Tournier plays it to the right circle. Sabres pretty compact in front of the net. Now they spread it out. Shot gets through, and Montreal's on the board first.
Just a simple play there for Montreal, kicking it back to the point, and it looked like that was Xavier Simoneau.
Plays that puck back towards the point, but the Sabres will take control. And the puck played ahead, and now here with a bouncing puck. Muchev trying to get to the net, and he was knocked off stride at the last second. Stays into the offensive zone, and Muchev comes up with the puck again. That shot was stopped. And the Canadians will look to transition their way up the left side of the ice to center. Miedema cannot advance. Davidson back the other way. Pass through the middle is off a stick. Johnson comes away with it. Quickly plays it in behind the net to his partner, and Jandrick takes a hit. Jandrick will see that puck get past him. Needs some help on the far side. Miedema took the hit. And the Canadians continue the theme of finishing their checks here. Stripped, and now the Sabres with Roseanne down the right side. Gains the line with confidence. Stands up, passes off, scores! Nice.
A great sense that he would find a way to make an even better play the second entry in.
I like the way he went to the middle of the ice to make that play.
Sabres back on it again. Panoka trying to get that with a Benson in front. Shot off the back of the net. Savoy centers. Benson with a look, and that one is stopped. Join us. 14:10 to go. First period. Sabres looking for their second. At the near post, they almost had it to work it up ice, but very quickly Ortiz had that bounce over his stick. Heineman comes back. He's got two defensemen as an option, but he opts to play it ahead for Owen Beck. Played with Peterborough, Mississauga in the Ontario Hockey League. As the Canadians back into their own zone with some a little bit tighter pressure here by Buffalo as Sabres try to create some turnovers. Canadians gain the line, but a nice play stepping up to break that one up. On the play is Damien Giroux. 12:47 to go, first period. They don't stick down. You can see that was a possibility as he read the attempted breakout pass to perfection, but the Canadians will skate their way out now to pass to Farrell on the left wing side, trying to hit the middle lane. That's not there, mainly because of the coverage of Mats Lindgren, who skated with the Montreal forward very well. Now Kidney will play it along the wall. Chance now for Nadeau to slide it ahead. Roseanne trying to make his way around Tournier down to the corner. Dobes out to play it up the wall. Farrell looking to throw that to the middle of the ice. But the Canadians do keep possession here as Buffalo changes. Puck, and now Savoy trying to use his quick step into the Montreal zone is turned back. Now it's played down the corner. Cederqvist doing the body work in the corner, trying to bang and get it back again, but the Canadians now will send it into the Buffalo zone in a race for it. Misak from the corner, he keeps it below the goal line to the far side. Far circle, great stick there by Savoy, denying the shot and turning Buffalo back onto the attack to center ice before that's thwarted by the Canadians. To the Buffalo line, that's broken up as well. Cederqvist reaching for it.
Nice play by Panoka just now to step up at the blue line and use an active stick to disrupt that play so the Canadians cannot get in the zone.
Johnson just gets out of the way. A little piece of him there by the Montreal forechecker is flipped down the ice. No icing on the play. Neochev trying to dig it out of the corner. Took a bump. Davidson, he's had a physical first up against Jandrick as Montreal.
So Johnson's playing on the offside there. Sure, there. You still, you take the hit, Chris, but he was still able to get that breakout going the other way.
He's going to have to learn quickly, and it's good for him to do it here, but he's a smart player, and he's got good feet. I think the transition can be made for him, but it's going to take a little time.
Canadians whip one toward.
That's Arbor's nickname, is one of the best in the league.
He should be Ethernet. All right, that was a bad joke, but you laughed at it, guys, so I appreciate it.
We're paid to.
Yeah, here's Kozak plays it back to the line. Shot is blocked, and the Canadians come right back. Good defensive play there by Jandrick. Got the stick in the lane and just kept the play on the wall, forcing the Canadians now down to the corner. As Joshua Roy played with Sherbrooke in Quebec Major Junior League. Part of the attack for the Canadians. That hits the pads in front, but good defensive help to clear it. Up but not out. And Tournier looks to the far circle. That one goes off of Heineman, who has it in the far corner. Tries to get it back for Beck. He can't get the shot away. And
whether it was with Team USA at the World Juniors or throughout his 4 years with the Minnesota Gophers.
Miedema, Slaggert, and Giroux for Buffalo. On the ice now is Yamin will send it down in behind the Sabres goal. Puck rolls to the far corner. Riley Kidney trying to get on it. It'll come back towards the line, and a backhander back towards Kidney is knocked down, and the Sabres will just parlay off the boards to center, and they'll get a couple of fresh legs onto the ice. With just under 9 minutes to go here in the opening period. Breaks up that breakout attempt. Now Panoka on the near wall. Look out, goaltender's your friend in that instance. And Novikov on the far wall takes the hit. Panoka shows for the return pass. Quickly for Nadeau. His backhand pass will not get by Trudeau at the point. Play stays in the Buffalo zone. At the line, shot. Pad save easily made. Puck flipped high into the air as Montreal changes. Johnson far corner. A little fake, and then he'll go straight ahead with it. Off the skate of Savoy. Jackeye plays it back. Montreal to center and a tip into the Sabres zone with 7.5 to go in a 1-1 first period. Benson heard the call from Savoy. Gets it to him. Right side. Savoy cuts to the net with a rolling puck. Evaded him just enough for long enough control and a big hit down the corner. And Cedarquist on the receiving end of that gets himself back out towards center ice. But the Canadians, with the Sabres defense collapsing on that middle lane, Canadians forced back to center. Benson and Cedarquist have gone to the bench.
That are here, and I think you're seeing that again tonight.
John Parker Jones, 6'7".
Brantford, Ontario native. And Chris, you mentioned that certainly Rochester Americans for the Sabres are very familiar with a lot of these Laval guys out there because they've seen them enough.
Yeah, not surprised to see these guys dialed in early. I mean, that Laval team has given the Emirates fits over the past 2 years, knocking them out of the playoffs in 2022. And then, of course, I think they split the 8 games last year, a couple of high-scoring games, but definitely some hotly contested physical battles in those 8 games.
It's got that feel to it here, doesn't it? No one's really a stranger, as this game has had some pretty good intensity right off the hop. And right now it's Montreal with Owen Beck in the corner trying to get with a backhand pass, went off the leg. This will roll down into the corner as Montreal starts to make some changes here with play in the Sabres zone. Off the boards, not out. In behind the net, Lindgren will quickly make this pass up ahead. Intercepted by Montreal, but a good block in the slot that time, allowing the Sabres to come back the other way on the counter. Third man in on that rush, Slaggert was unable to keep the play in the zone. And Ortiz will come back along with Farrell down this left side. Good numbers back and positioning by the Sabres. And the result of that is Novikov able to bring it outside the line, but they can't get it inside the Montreal end. So it's right back into the Buffalo corner. Novikov defending. Good stick and decent body position there as well for Novikov. And now Buffalo trying to skate it up the wing. No way to get it through the sticks into the middle of the ice. There's Roseanne trying to lift a stick and get it to the net. He does have it behind the net. He'll drop it back, and there's a hard, low shot that goes wide of the goal. Puck is kept in. Kulik will send it down. Panoka jumps in. He takes a look back to the point. He'll play it there. And the shot from Nikita Novikov gets through, but the save is made by Dobes. Here's another shot. Dobes got a blocker on that one from Roseanne. Better shift here as far as the Sabres are concerned for putting some pressure on the Canadians, and they'll now go to the bench.
Nice job.
Back again. Crossing the blue line. And can't quite coordinate with Cedarquist and Benson in that moment. It was pretty crowded here on this near side. And the Canadians will...
A couple of minutes as well, so we'll keep an eye on him through the rest of this one.
Look out, Dobes trying to dance his way out of trouble in behind the net. The Sabres almost made him pay for it. Johnson up top, walks the line. Neutchev steps into a shot. Good traffic in front. Gets it back again and fires it. And that puck comes to the corner. Kozak protecting the puck. Looking for some help. Neutchev jumps in to help and gets it to the front of the net. But Montreal able to break that one up. And Sima's awry and into space. Heineman jumps on it. In for Beck. Back to Heineman. We got a penalty in front.
Generate second opportunities.
All right, let's see what the Sabres come up with here on the power play. First one of the night. Roseanne on the left boards. He'll play it up top. One-timer near circle, and that one from Kulich is stopped. Dobes got in front of that one. Metsa. Now a Kulich again at the near circle. Glove save.
For Metsa to get out there, power play time, and ultimately Nadeau for net front presence here.
Dobes listed at 6'3", but it's got to be the red pads that make him look like he's about 6'5" out there.
He makes himself big. He's done that ever since he was with the Omaha Lancers of the USHL. He looked like a 6'5" tendy out there.
Roseanne will practice their thoughts with the man advantage. This is Nadeau down the right side. He'll play it down into the corner. Kulich takes a bump, trying to turn to get the puck back. Nadeau comes down to make sure the Sabres are not outnumbered on the puck. That should be the other way around. So three Canadians are hunkered down in the corner. Metsa is the lone Sabre who really, well, he's the only one above the goal line at this point. If that puck comes free, it does, but
all went back here to keep the zone and use these 45 seconds to their advantage.
Kisakov and Cederquist, the other two on this power play that still has 37 seconds remaining to work with. Sabres to the goal line. Benson near circle. Fakes up top. And in the opening period, tied at 1. Can Savoy and company change that? With the man advantage, sent around by Kisakov to the near wall. Cederquist back to the line. Lindgren fakes the shot. Can't quite shake off the check up high. Kisakov is directly in front of Lindgren. Penalty is over to Montreal, so the Canadians back to full strength with 37 seconds to go. Sabres still in the offensive zone, looking for Benson. Off the boards, Benson trying to shake it back. And keep in mind, Benson's had a couple of preseason games already out of one of Scott Ratzlaff, who has seen 6 shots from the Montreal Canadiens to this point. They have beaten him on one long shot that time he got a piece of. 13 seconds to go in the period. Montreal on their first power play. 13 seconds gone in the man advantage. Farrell trying to find the middle. It's the 3 now remaining on this kill. Montreal, their first power play of the night. Sabres working from right to left here. Able to slap it down the ice. Dobes will extra man, and also see how the Sabres can fare with this PK group. Again, they've had just a couple of practices to work on this as a unit. And it's dumped in. Johnson, of course, so tons of experience getting playing time like this before making his way to the pro ranks. Out there now for the Sabres, and a backhander to the line, but not out. Sabres try to follow it up. That one hops off a stick, and Cederquist able to hunt that puck down, but he can't move it up ice or keep any possession. Again here with the extra attacker, just down to 18 seconds remaining on their power play. This time it's a shoot around to the near boards. Back to the line, Trudeau. Far circle one-timer, and that is met by Ratzlaff, who makes a save. Came out well to meet that. He wasn't that busy at all in the first, as Chris mentioned, facing just 6 shots. Penalty is over. Benson's on the ice. He's behind everybody. Benson had his lane taken away. He'll keep possession. Roseanne down the corner, looking back in front for Benson, but that was cut off, and the Canadians will bring it back with Mesar up near center ice. Sabres try to get it back again. The Sabres with their Benson, Savoy, and Cederquist group out there now as it's brought in by Benson. There's a shot from Kulich, who's on that far side. Not their line mate for the first period anyway, and why wouldn't you move things around a little bit? That's what these tournaments are for. See what you can come up with different pairings, or that third player on the pairing for that matter. But of course you want to keep Benson and Savoy together as much as you can, just for their chemistry they have coming out of the Western League. Canadians come back, little 1-on-1 coming back up ice, but played very well on the back end by Novikov. And now Kulich stood up as he tried to get to the line. And Savoy looking for Benson. He finds him left side. Savoy to the net. Traffic is there. Canadians cut off the pass. And it's in behind, over at the right point. Kozak takes a return pass, tries to spin to free ice down to the corner. He's got some help over on that far side from Miedema, but the Canadians able to chip it down the left side and into the Buffalo zone. Trying to spin that one towards the front of the net. Didn't quite work out for Simoneau. He has Montreal's goal. He opened the score aspects tournament. Sabres now force back Lindgren. Goal scorer for Buffalo in his defensive posture. Good physical play on the wall. Puck pops free and it's played ahead. Now Kisakov will make his way to center along with Kozak. Back to Kisakov. Backhand save by Dobes. Looks behind him, but to Mr. Baker in that first period. Now on the defensive, though, as Panoka drops back. And a nice play with the stick there by Novikov, and that will send Miedema on his way with traffic hanging all over him, drawing a penalty at the end of it all. Montreal Canadiens back a little bit, he does. Kisakov to the net, loose puck in front. Give Dobes credit there, that pad save.
There's 3 guys stacked up on that line, plus 2 of the opposition players, so not a lot of room. So if you don't...
Now Chev trying to go far circle, but again, the numbers are there. That time Owen Beck from Montreal can't play it up ice. Nadeau from the corner. Kulik leaves it back to the point. Roseanne, quick pass to Kulik on the far wall. They know each other well as they work this power play. Roseanne, Kulik again, far circle, had it tipped. There's a one-time shot that doesn't quite get through from Metsa. Metsa again. Roseanne looking at Kulik. Kulik holds it. Metsa's got company coming all over his back. He turns it over eventually, and the Canadians come back, but Buffalo with good numbers here to defend, but almost getting in behind Roseanne to create the scoring chance was Trudeau, who just came out of the box. Trudeau again, far circle. Trudeau slides that one across the front of the net. Retzlaff kept an eye on that one, never did have to make the save. Another shot from up top. Rebound, they score right on the doorstep.
Trigny was wide open there, Dan. He snuck in the back door. Now he's a smaller defenseman. Maybe
that lefty, and he had a lot of the net. He got a pad across, but you know, you give anybody that opportunity and that time right there, they're going to put it in.
It's credit to the talent level out here tonight as we go end to end with Buffalo back on the attack, and down low Ethan Miedema gets some help as Damien Giroux, Sudbury, Ontario native, glides over. Now Kozak trying to settle that down. Right wall, stays with it, works his way down to the corner, takes one bump, then a second one. He's fired to the top by Reinbacher, and he'll skate Montreal out towards center before he passes onto the wing for Simoneau. Now on the far side, pass, and a slow shot drifts in front of the net. Retzlaff does not have this. Now he does, and the referee has lost sight, is going to make the call. Kozak comes down hard with his stick over on
with the puck, and Montreal is being highly aggressive here.
Now the at the line for the Canadians, who work the right side, starting this power play as they work from left to right here in the second period. Looking to extend their lead. It's already a 2-1. That's tipped just wide, right down on the doorstep. Nice little passing play to free that one up. That shot off the inboards and right away. Malieu and Trudeau both out there, and Trudeau will bring it up top. We'll work it down to the far circle as Simoneau and company, Philippe Massard, can't get it to...
Expecting them to look for him here.
He's down the right side currently as play enters the Buffalo zone on the boards on the left. Mayu can't knock that puck down, and now it's Benson who will take advantage of a 2-on-1 as he makes his way up with Savoy. Benson with the shot, and save made as Benson goes firing into the net, and the reaction coming from the Sabres as Simoneau launches Benson into the net, and right away Sabres looking to stick up for one another. That's Chris Jandrick, who's Buffalo. Face off the Montreal zone. Canadians win it. And Montreal will look to find their way up ice. It will start on the left side of the ice. Beck is up at the blue line, takes a pass. Left side, Lindgren tracks him. Beck skates away from him. Behind the net, centering pass. Did not have much on it. Rather slippery. That pass and a shot stopped by Retzlaff coming up. Bring it out quickly from behind their own net. See what they can do here. Up to center ice and a long drop back, trying to draw the Sabres and open them up a little bit. Over on the far side, let's see what Reinbacher comes up with. He'll come back to the top of the zone. Montreal cannot get the puck there. Sabres taking that passing lane away, so they work it down low. Penalty about to end here to Neauchev as he's standing in the box for Buffalo. And Neauchev now will race back into the play. So, Sabres Penalty kill, able to survive that. They still trail it by a score now 2-1 with 8:55 to go in the second period. Play still in the Buffalo zone. For icing, or will it? No, it shouldn't. And the linesman makes the right call there to say play on, boys. It gets a little physical down low behind the net. Novikov jumps up, and there's a shot by Rose and scores. Good read there by Ratzlaff, seeing the situation, just freezes the puck. And now Novikov behind the net, reminding the Montreal Canadiens, we will push back as they continue to converse behind.
Or there's a rebound, it creates a lot more, gets guys backed off.
Here's Kisakov on a 2-on-1, pass across, and Dobes with a glove save for a highly...
Another really excellent season last year, and elected to turn pro after just 2 years of college hockey.
21-16-3, a .918 save percentage for the now clad in red pattern, although he would have been used to that at Ohio State anyway, wouldn't he? Canadians working into the Buffalo zone. 6:29 to go in the period. Johnson trying to find his way around two, and now the third. Johnson trying to find his way around two, and now the third Montreal player on the wall trying to knock the pass down. Jandrick plays it over on the far wall. The Canadians are able to keep it in there with some pretty good pressure as Mesar plays it down to the corner. Puck is played back to the point. Now it's Mailou who takes a look, risks a shot right into the midsection of Kozak, and after making that block, Kozak just wrists it off the far boards, looking to get to the center ice, and actually he's going to go all the way to the bench as Jandrick will take it down deep into the Montreal zone, noting that his team is changing and trying to keep the play down to the Montreal end until fresh legs are onto the ice. That would be Benson. That's Savoy, so that line is reunited again. Beck will dump it in behind the Buffalo net. Quick look before the puck is on the stick of Metza, and he'll skate it to the blue line. Good speed. Tape to tape for Benson in along the line. He'll lift that one high. Savoy knocks it down. It gets to the net, and it's in.
First guy going through, they know who scored the goal.
So off the back of the pad, perhaps. Nonetheless, it's a 3-2 lead now for Buffalo, and Montreal trailing into the Sabres zone. Joshua Roy beside the net trying to center for Beck. Beck continues to hang around the front of the net as Emil Heineman is tied up down low. Over comes Damien Giroux for Buffalo, back behind the net again. Canadians trying to work it off the wall, and it's intercepted. Back the other way. This is Giroux. He'll hold it, almost back himself in an offside position at the line, but he stays onside. And the Canadians break it up. Sabres with numbers back, but Montreal using some speed here. Tournier trying to center it again. Then he
down and stay with it. So I give that kid an awful lot of credit for able to get control of
the longer you can actually continue to develop players, right? You keep them around longer. So,
right.
And quite often, by the time you want perfect world, Razor would know this better, but you know, your development year player, he's kind of maybe at 22 years old. You're thinking, all right, now we plug you in. So you got guys coming in here at 18, 19 years old. Ideally, you'd love to have them for a couple of years.
And then you get some guys here that are established and they're only in their early 20s. That makes it very difficult, and the competition goes way off the charts because there's so few opportunities after a couple, 3 years like that.
Montreal working the power play here. 1:17 left on the man advantage as they work it down to the right circle. A little no-look pass that time, trying to go cross ice for Waugh. Sabres looking to break that one up, and a good battle here by Damien Giroux on that far wall. Can't quite get it out now. That goes off a skate, and Montreal will have to play it out of the corner with a backhand by Heineman, who plays it to the far corner. Heineman on the right side takes a return pass. He seems to have a bit more room here as he goes corner to corner with his line mate, Owen Beck.
Yep, keep an eye on Heineman on that right side. Big-time sniper, big-time goal scorer.
Back to the line, shot, and right.
Part of this second period, he was kind of on his own back there, but he did a decent job.
Canadians with Trudeau working it down low. They're in behind the Buffalo net, centered in front, and I don't know if Ratzlaff got a blocker on that. I think he did, as he kept it out, and Montreal down now with 42 seconds to go in the period. And here we go, a one-goal lead for Buffalo. The Canadians have been quick starters in both periods so far, and they walk the same path just seconds into.
Maybe both.
Well, another chance here, but that got away from Joshua Roy just a little bit. And then he's got Jandrick all over his back, but the Canadians work it down low here in the Buffalo zone. Heineman out of Leksand, Sweden. Gets it back to the point, and that one dribbles through. Demon took the shot, but the traffic in front, I believe, got a piece of that one to tip it past.
You see a stick
for Benson. Cedarquist trying to find a way to a lane that Trudeau is not in the way of. And they come together in behind the net. Trudeau comes away with it here for Montreal. And he'll jump up the center ice, but the return pass will not be there. Sabres break it up. Montreal changing. Quick transition to the net. Kozak score!
D comes over, makes the play to keep it alive.
Here's Gwendon gets in. A little bit behind the defense, but a good get back by Kisakov to try to get in the way a little bit into the corner. And David Reinbacher trying to make the best of it, but he took a shot there, and he's holding his face a bit in behind the Montreal net. Still doing that, checking the chicklets a little bit. As the Canadians will bring it up with some pretty good speed on the far side. Look out, good, strong defensive play as well. Johnson there committing.
Not take the penalty. If he was trying to do that from the backside and take him down, he's in the box.
Trudeau stepped up to take that shot, and we saw Trudeau here last year. You can see the maturation in his game. He's got the C on his jersey for this tournament anyway.
He's got a shot to be in the NHL as a bottom pair guy. I think he's got a really good look to his game.
Works it over the far circle, and Ratzlaff just got a piece of that one. Sends it to the near boards. Farrell takes a bump from Kulik. Roseanne gets a piece of it. Now Kulik's on a partial break. Here's Kulik trying to create space. Can't quite get to the net. And the puck is clear. Cedarquist countering. Here's Savoy. Benson trailing behind him. Savoy darts to the net. Stick check. Savoy scores!
Drive by. Usually you want to see the guy stop at the net. He drove by and actually stayed with the puck, and he got rewarded for it.
If he did not score on it, we would have been saying, hey, you should have stopped in the front. You're right.
Jacki back from Montreal almost runs square into Parker Jones. Parker Jones, puck in his feet, trying to get it to Jacki in the slot, and right back into action here in this third period.
5 seconds into the action, they go headhunting on Ratzlaff. Ratzlaff ducked. The European goalie would have went for the header.
So Montreal certainly with a pattern, this group anyway, of coming out with another player that we want to see that confidence build as these 3 games wear on for him. Sabres work it deep down into the zone. Novikov will back up and make his way past the Sabres bench. Now he'll go into the open door as Buffalo on a quick counter here. And a backhand by Kulik is stopped by Dobes. Yuri didn't get a lot on it, but he almost snuck it in under the arm. And now we get some pushing and shoving over the far post from Metza. Metza's going to have to get back and help defend here as the Canadians break it up. Jacki against Lindgren. Lindgren, good stick lift to stay in the battle. Gets it back. Now it's a potential odd man rush for Buffalo. 4-on-2. A little bit of a scramble, though, and his turnover. And Montreal play at the center ice. And that pass by Parker Jones intercepted. He'll get it back again. Put it off the boards right side. Return pass. Reaching for it. Using that reach and firing it right off.
Even you're playing shitty games like that, the intensity here just went off because this is probably the first time they've been in real contact for a while, and it just takes a little bit to get yourself into that mindset that, okay, we're back, we're ready to go here. So
right off the bench. Now Metza with a chance, and Dobes got a piece knocked down by Metza before it gets out of the zone. Miedema holds it, takes the shot. That one goes off the iron.
Okay, we're up a couple, boys. Let's get them.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I didn't say that.
Get him more goals. You didn't finish the phrase. Here's Beck now for Montreal. 1:10 to go in their power play. And they've had a few of them here tonight.
Dangerous 5-man power play. 5 guys that are for sure going to be NHL players here in the next couple of years for the Habs.
Well, there's a burger joint that will thank you for that plug. Canadians still try to work it towards the front of the net. And a bouncer clear to the wall.
Oh, I just thought of that.
Giroux.
And now you just made me hungrier.
Giroux couldn't get it out. Part of the penalty kill unit right in front through the legs of Metza, and it comes back to the line. Reinbacher to the far side, and that shot stopped. Ratzlaff keeping an eye on Farrell, top of the near circle. 34 seconds to go in the kill for Buffalo.
And Farrell, Reinbacher. Get used to those names.
Yeah, Buffalo did a good job there, just allowing Montreal to keep that puck to the outside, and they kept working it around the outside.
Offensive player, good read there on the kill. And the Sabres are back to full strength with a 2-goal lead at 5-3. 4 minutes now remaining in this third period as the plays on the far wall for Montreal. To give a 5 minutes. All right, power play here for Buffalo. Mensah, Roseanne, Nadeau down at the goal line. Kulich, he wants to snipe one here if he can get her lined up. Mensah at the line, walks in, puts it through a crowd. That hit a leg, goes to the board's far side. Neutchev will play it back. Mensah quarterbacking up top. And Kulich didn't have any time and space over there to take the shot. Comes back to him. Kulich with 1:53 to go in the period, holding it on the right side. Looking for options, Montreal. Good stick work trying to take passing lanes away. Roseanne back to Kulich. There it is. The Rocket one-timer for...
Rewarded for an excellent effort this period.
Yeah, 100%. So it's now a doubled-up lead here for Buffalo on their tournament opener. Montreal just keeps coming, though, as you expect they would. They get it back into the Sabres zone. Cederqvist took a bump. Panoka plays it ahead. Kisakov's in behind the defense again. Kisakov, deke! Can't quite get it past Dobes, who got the pad down. Rebound, Kisakov again. He'll center it in front. The Canadians gobble that one up.